Hello everyone, welcome to Bands and Blast. Today we are focusing on arms and shoulders. If you are not following along, we are in the Skool app. The link is in the bio. It is a free challenge. We're focusing on restoring our fascia and building muscle all together. Some of you have been familiar with the fasciablaster. I kind of went over that in a different video. What they are is, just real quick, are these tools that are meant to restore the fascia, which is the connective tissue that runs all the way through all of our organs, our bodies, and it covers everything. It allows more communication and all of that stuff. But when it is adhered or there are restrictions, our muscles do not flow, do not function properly, our blood doesn't flow properly. So we're here to restore the fascia, get more blood flow, and get our muscles working the way that they should be. Today we're going to be using just some long bands. Okay, I have these two. We're going to be focusing on biceps, triceps, front of the shoulder, and the rear of the deltoid. Okay, we're doing 4 exercises, and we'll go through this quickly. Should be no more than about 20 minutes or so. We'll kind of time it out that way. First, we're going to start off with warming up the tissues. So make sure you have your oil, towel to wipe your hands in between. Now, as I've mentioned before in the other videos, I do prefer the fabric ones, just fabric bands, just because we are working with oil. Oil can start to break down the rubber on the other elastic bands, and then we've seen those mishap videos where people are working out and then the band snaps and it snaps them in the face or it causes injury. We don't want to do any of that. We want to stay safe. We want to be injury-free while we're working out, trying to help our body. We don't want to make it any worse with anything scary or anything like that. Okay, so here we go. Have a little bit of oil. Go ahead and rub it all over my arms. This is the warm-up. We are warming up the tissues. Get nice and oiled up here. You're going to start with a small claw. This is the Pro Blaster. We're going to go all the way up, get the shoulders. Biceps, triceps, and the rear deltoid. Remember to use light pressure. We don't want to go too hard. We're just kind of bringing in some blood flow to the area. And we are going to do this in a HIIT style. So we're going back and forth between restoring our fascia and activating our muscles. It's going to be the perfect combination to get increased muscle and restored fascia. And we will alternate the tools as we progress. So getting the triceps here, rear deltoid. All right, here we go. Now, first long band, I'm going to be using the lighter one here. And we are going to stand a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And to increase resistance, you would just grab it lower. So wherever you want to hold it is perfect for you. Now we're just going to go ahead and start with the bicep curl. So we're just going to bring it all the way up. Now what's great about resistance bands is that it gets harder as you go higher up versus with like a dumbbell, it's easier to cheat. These are great. We're at 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We do want to make sure that we are contracting our core. With any exercise that we do, so here we go, do a little bit more blasting. Since we're still focusing on the biceps, we're just going to do the biceps. Actually, no, we're going to do this as a circuit. So we're going to go on to the next exercise instead of here we are going to go into the triceps. So same thing, we're going to step on the band. A little bit, well actually no, we'll be at shoulder width apart. I'm going to bring this over our head, grab it with both hands. I'll turn sideways here and just go straight up. Keeping your elbows tight next to your head. 2, 3, 4, keeping that core contracted. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. We're going to go with the front of the deltoid. We're going to do front raises with the bands. Which is great is that we don't really need too many tools. You can go and do this on the go. You can stick all of this in the bag. So a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And again, you can grab the band wherever you feel it's going to be most comfortable for you. You create more resistance by grabbing lower or keeping it simple. You can hold it more at the top. And here, all we're going to do is just going to go straight out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Notice I'm kind of making adjustments. Keep your core engaged. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Already heating up here. Next, we are doing the rear deltoid. So blast the back of that deltoid just a little bit. About 10 seconds or so. Other side. Perfect. Now I'm going with a little bit of a stronger band here. These are going to be what's called a high pull apart. So you're going to keep your arms really high up. With your hands, you're going to drive the motion and you're going to get it to about your forehead or to your eye. The intention is to get the rear deltoid activated here. We're not going to, this is not your back. We're not doing the back, we're doing the shoulders. Start up pretty high. Just bring your hands all the way out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. So with the resistance bands, you can double it up. You can hold it like this. Same thing. So the more you add, the harder it gets, right? Okay. Next set. We're going to start over. I'm noticing that my oil is drying out a little bit. Now I'm going to move on to the Mini 2. This one has larger claws. Just warming up the tissues, going to get a little bit deeper. We're still staying surface level. We're not going deep as far as like pressure goes. It's just that as we warm up the tissues, the tissues are kind of moving out of the way a little bit. More blood flow. So we're getting deeper in a sense that things are loosening up. But that doesn't necessarily mean that we're using more pressure. I still have a little bit too much oil, so I'm just going to wipe my hands. I'm going to spread too much oil onto my bands. Here we go. Back to the biceps. Contract your core. Grab the bands wherever you feel. You're gonna get good resistance, not too hard, not too easy. But again, this is for you, so do what you feel is comfortable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Grab that blaster. So remember, we're doing this kind of hit style. This is why it's kind of non-stop. It's gonna go. This is your active rest in between sets. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone here, as the old saying goes. We're gonna be doing triceps next, so let's hit those triceps. Feel a little tender spot right there. All right, grab your resistance band. Shoulder width apart. Go ahead and keeping your arms nice and tight, straight up and down. Engage that core, support that low back. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Anterior deltoids. Shoulders again, here we go. A little bit wider than shoulder. Shoulder width apart. And then we're gonna go straight up. Contract your core, support your low back. 1. We don't have to go too high up. All you gotta do is right at the top of the shoulders. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I already feel my body trying to cheat. All right, here we go. Move back to the Pro Blaster here. Get the rear deltoids, the back of the shoulders. That shoulder is that nice little cap. And moving on to the high pull aparts. I'm only going with 1. It's getting harder as we go, okay? 1, 2, 3. I get a little bit harder here. 4. Actually, let me grab it this way. There, that's better. 5, 6, 7, feeling the burn. 8, 9. You should feel this in the back of the shoulders. Already lost my count. I think I said 9. It's okay. Perfect. Couple in extras, that's totally fine. All right, biceps are next. We're starting over, last set. I'm gonna go a little harder. I'm gonna use the heavier weight for this last set on the biceps. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, spur of the moment change. We're gonna make it a little bit more hard. Grab it a little lower. Just gonna do 5 fast reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Woo! Burn, burn, burn. Triceps. We're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna 10 standard reps and then 5 fast pace with a little bit higher resistance. Get a little bit of those fast twitch muscles going. Go and step on the band, shoulder width apart. And here we go. Shoulders nice and tight. Stand on the side here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, woo, 10. And for those last 5 fast ones, I'm going to increase, because it's harder to grab that with more pressure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice with those, you don't have to do the full range. Just get that extra squeeze at the top. All right. Shoulders are next. Last set. Nice little warm up. You can do this with a tense muscle or completely relaxed. A little bit wider and shoulder width apart. And here we go. Contract your core, stabilize your back. We have to make sure we kind of keep our body like a statue. The only movement is coming from here. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I can feel myself. 7, 8, 9, whew, 10. Way to go, way to go. You got this. All right, we're almost done. If you need water, go get your water. All right, we'll go back to the Pro Blaster real quick. Feels easier to do it back here with that one. I use what's best for you guys. All right, here we go. High pull aparts. Start up really nice and high. Contract your core, support your back. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we can pulse it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ooh, 10 seconds on that one. All right, guys, that was it. Great job. We did 3 sets of 4 exercises. We did biceps, triceps, anterior deltoids, and rear deltoids. And we'll see you on the next one. Great arm blast, guys.